Friday, July 28th. And a quick look at what's happening in the Griffith Homestead garden before Shabbat starts tonight. I haven't even been over here until just now, but the Cherokee purple tomatoes have some nice new growth on them, and I think they're looking pretty darn good. We've got a few tomatoes on the vines, and they are ripening a lot earlier than they should. I can see where that one's starting to ripen already. But that's okay, because we're going to have another batch of tomatoes coming in. This clump of buds right here. Can't even see where the sun is preventing me from really seeing the screen, so I have trouble seeing what I'm pointing at. But I see those. And I see those wilted. But I think we're going to have a whole new batch of blooms coming in here. Right in there. Look around here. This guy's got a lot of nice, healthy new growth. Anyway, the poblano peppers are looking, well, for the most part, very happy. They're getting full sun now. No more partial shade from the grass. Unfortunately, somebody decided to wilt on me. And I don't know if something else is going on with this plant, or if it's just the heat, but it hasn't really been that hot the last few days, so I don't know why it would have any problems suddenly right now. But anyway, the others are looking really good. That's one of the replacement plants that I put out here, and that's the other replacement plant which got bitten down to almost to the ground, about an inch and a half or so high. And but it's making a nice comeback. I don't know if that one's going to make a comeback yet or not, that little bitty one. It doesn't look very happy, but I did give it some extra food and water, so who knows. I can expect to see some blooms on these soon, and I would like to see some peppers coming out of here so I can sell those. Then over here we got the cantaloupe. Oh, and the update is that since I put that camera up, nothing has been coming in here and invading. Now, it may just be a coincidence, because several days before, I resecured that portion of the fence. You can see, oops, you can probably see the bright, zip ties up there. So I secured that area. So that has not been low enough for a deer to jump over, but I still am not convinced it was deer causing the damage, because the damage was always very low to the ground. The cucumbers were never touched, so I'm convinced it was a rabbit. However, some of the prime entry area for the rabbits has been fenced off over there. I still have, you can see that partial roll there. There's maybe a foot left on there, and it's really hard to unroll once it gets that small. But from there to the gate, that's the only thing left to block off, and I'm convinced they were coming in out from that area down in there. So I know they can't come in from under the shed, because once I saw a rabbit making its escape through there, I said, aha! So that area has been blocked off, and this is all filled in. Here, hold on a second. I probably want to put a brick in there, right in that corner. Oh, let me unzoom this, duh. Right in that corner there. That'll make sure nothing comes through. But, see, what happens is, this deer fence is just plastic, so eventually it breaks down, And baby bunnies could easily get through here. And I guess so could squirrels and chipmunks. But I actually haven't seen any chipmunks since I moved here. But that chicken wire will prevent just about anything from getting in. The cucumbers. I picked several cucumbers. This most recent batch is a little bit smaller than the first round. But I've given them all some plant food, and hopefully they'll start producing a little bit more. This guy, I gotta get him down here like this, if I can. Let me see if I can take this tendril and wrap it around like this. There. If it stays even partway around there for a couple hours, the thing will automatically twine around that. Anyway, you can see there's lots of small cucumbers growing in here. The Jimmy Nardello peppers. I've got several of them starting to ripen. I need to talk with the produce manager over at the co-op about selling some of these to him. I'll probably keep a few for friends, but hold on a second here. Is that a leaf hopper? Oh, that's a stink bug. Darn it, where'd it go? Oh well. Anyway, I started clearing more around these plants. Most of the stuff I did today was clearing around zucchini. You can see that whole area's been cleared. That area's been cleared. I cleared some around that. I cleared a little bit around the cucumbers. Still no sign of this seed sprouting. I may have to put a new one in there. This one is sprouting. And you can see the primary leaves, and there's the secondary leaves starting to peek out through there. So hopefully that will come along. The mortgage lifter tomatoes. I've got one over here ripening. As I mentioned before, these are supposed to be a lot bigger. And I'm hoping that now that we've got the fungus under control, and I've been giving them feedings, that things will start picking up, because this one looks like it's going to grow the way it's supposed to. Shiloh, what are you eating? Oh, this one, I'm going to have to cut this off. I'm going to have to cut it off right there, probably, because you can see this area is infected. This one, this is doing pretty well. Let's see here. I don't know, shall I pick it? Yeah, I'll go ahead and pick it, because I won't be able to pick it tomorrow. And by Sunday, it might be nibbled on by bugs or birds or something. Birds love tomatoes. Alright, the cantaloupe. This is also a spot that I spent a lot of time this morning, because I need to make room for these guys to grow. As you can see, this new growth here is really spreading. Got a baby cantaloupe there. And that is all spreading. These guys, I'm going to, probably on Sunday I'll be clearing out some area around those. You can see I cleared a whole bunch of area here, because these little branches come off and they start to spread. Matter of fact, this one crisscrossed over and it's going off in that direction. I may move it back over on this side, because there's plenty of room for it to spread back over here to the left. So I think I will go ahead and take this guy and move it over here. And because everything else is moving over in that direction. So we got that spreading. This is coming out this way. That one over there was right at the end of the cleared area. So I turned over some more grass and such, and hopefully it's all going to suffocate itself, plus I put some wheat straw on there. And so that's going there. This is got some nice growth on it. Something bit it off here last week, I think it was. And you can see all this nice new growth. This one, this area got cleared so that this can spread this way. And those are starting to, that one's starting to go towards the grapevines, and I think I'm going to redirect it. That one's spreading nicely. I had to clear some more around it because you can see how much that's grown. This one, well, it looks like we got some new growth on there. So this one may yet do something. And these guys that got bitten off to one leaf are coming along pretty well. We got some nice rain last night. We're supposed to get more over the weekend, so that should be very helpful. Shiloh, stop eating grass. My goodness. So that's what's going on with the cantaloupe. Have I missed anything? Oh, I got a phone call coming in.